Testing 1 2. Hello. Hello. Okay, I'm just making sure my stream audio is working. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now, you might be wondering, Justin, you streamed the other day. You did a 100 follower special. You should take a break. I'm sorry, but I can't help myself. I love streaming, and today we are back with a short stream on the Mythos SMP. If you don't know what the Mythos SMP is, it is a modded lore SMP that is hosted by Candy, Rex, and all those awesome people. If you know who they are, we do have the Mythos Twitter command in the chat if someone wants to put that and whatnot. Thank you for the hydrate, Cam. So we're gonna go ahead and head over to the intermission screen. Hello, people! Oh my goodness, it's so weird to see me not in a cosplay, isn't it? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mythos SMP. I'm so glad to be back on Mythos SMP. Today we got a very interesting short stream for you guys today. Thank you so much, Cam, for posting the Mythos Twitter and chat and the Mythos Discord. Yeah, if you want to go check out the Mythos SMP, definitely go check out those links that have been posted in chat. It is an amazing SMP ran by a bunch of amazing people. Holy crap, there's a lot of thunder going on in the background. So yeah, today we got ourselves an interesting lore stream today that you're not going to want to miss because, well, let's just say it's going to get a little interesting. So without further ado, let's go ahead and head over and do the lore. You know, when I started this, I didn't think it would grow to where it did. But I guess there's others truly out there who want peace. And with the edict getting more and more powerful each day, There's only one thing I gotta do. Only one thing. It's time. It's time to seek out the goddess's biggest rival. This might be a little bit of a tricky quest, but it's something I gotta do. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there's someone I know who definitely can lead me to him. But I gotta go all the way to Vanguard. Speaking of those guys, I wonder what they're up to. Can't be any less than possibly getting themselves in more trouble. I gotta remember that when I meet Callum. If I meet him. I gotta show that I'm not some sort of Blood Oath member. Because I've heard the things he said about him. About all of them. Just make sure everything is okay. Alright. Alrighty then, let's go. I really need to find a way to saturate this hunger. It's a real pain in the ass. You gotta remember, no ice, no Frostwalker boots, or else Rex will kill me. Not that it won't matter or anything, but I'd rather not be considered a vandalizer. There it is. And here comes the lag as usual. Don't want to stay here too long. Hope they don't mind me just passing through. No, no. Move on. It's over. Hello? Cam?
Upstairs.
Oh, I was a little worried there for a second.
Sorry, I've just been busy.
I can tell. Hey, what's up?
Nothing much. Just, looking into some things. Yeah, it's been quite an eventful past, couple days, to say the least.
I heard we have, there's some new people here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got a first glimpse of what we're witnessing yesterday.
What would be that?
Lamia's so-called replacement decided to have a little fun yesterday.
These fucking ritualists.
Metallum.
Metallum, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of one head and another grows back.
Yeah, turns out he made us play a little game of his, get our battery back, which we didn't know what that meant at the time until we get to the very top and Swan was there. Trapped.
The fuck?
Yeah, I'm confused too. It's like the tower was being powered by her.
Well, did you get her out?
Yeah, she was a little bit woozy.
That's good.
But she's doing better, but now she has more questions.
Well, we're gonna have to save those questions for another day because these ritualists keep growing in numbers.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm here.
Oh?
With the edict being such a problem, especially after the Atir and stuff, I think it's time that I'd start... It's time that I'd start taking it a little more serious. I think everyone else should do that as well.
Yeah, because it's getting even more serious. Just so much stuff has been going on. Like, we're right now, since we're kind of like at a stopping point with trying to get our way to Etheria, currently looking into a ghost that we know, actually. He's been trying to figure out how he died. So we've actually been investigating that. Just kind of working on figuring out some more stuff too, because we don't know how many tries we have as to figuring this out the only way we can. But yeah, it's a pain in the ass going back in time, to say the least.
Went back in time?
Yeah.
How the hell did you do that?
Teal.
Well, that explains why the portals keep appearing.
Yeah, Twilight portals usually associated with Teal.
Well,
He actually knows time magic. Interesting.
well, ever since he's here, and I've been thinking about branching out and fighting with my guild as well. I feel like I've done so much with Blood Oath that I've completely neglected my own guild.
Yeah, you do what you feel's right, honestly.
So, I gotta ask you something.
And what would that be?
I need you to take me to the rival.
Wait.
I need you to take me to Callum.
You're lucky I know where he is.
Listen, I know it's a bit of a stretch. I know Blood Oath and Vanguard for the most part is not really on good terms with him. But I'm not.
Yeah.
But I'm not Blood Oath and I'm not Vanguard. All right. And if we have any chance at fighting the Edict, it's better to have allies than enemies.
That I can agree on. Well, if we're going now, it's a trek.
I just hope I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing NPCs die like this.
Can agree. I guess on the way there I could get you caught up on everything.
Might as well. Unless that's classified information that you Blood Oath people can't really release.
I don't know. Let's go to the port area and get a boat.
All right.
Oops, I fell in the water. I bet. There we go.
I saw Rex over there, so obviously Frostwalker boots are out of the picture here.
Yeah, don't piss him off, please.
I wouldn't want it any other way, honestly.
Yeah, I'm stuck with Depth Strider boots now, so
At least you got something.
yeah, it's just annoying.
So traveling in time, huh?
Yeah, it's
That's something you don't hear every day.
it's really weird, to say the least.
I bet, honestly.
Yeah, like
I didn't even
when
think time travel was even possible in this world.
well, there is Mint who is a time traveler in a sense. She knows time magic.
I've heard that name thrown around a few times.
Yeah. But basically, Teal was able to, while Rex was conscious, help us get back in time. Which, by the way, Rex finally got to see Teal. That was a
He got to meet himself.
And this is something funny, honestly. He just went, "Man, Teal looks like an asshole," and then he paused.
I mean, he's right to a certain degree, but I can't say that I disagree with what Teal has told us in the past.
Yes.
I learned a lot from the nightmare, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. Right now, I'm just trying to make sure that they don't do something stupid when they do go back in time. Because once we figure out this mystery, whatever we did in that portion, that's going to become permanent.
Hmm.
And there are some things that I am afraid that they will do to mess it up.
Hmm.
Like, legit, like, they didn't care. Like, I understand this first time we could be a little bit reckless, but still, they went and took grilled cheese sandwiches, broke into people's homes, tried to crash a wedding. It was, not fun, to say the least.
Hmm. Sounds like a jolly old time, if you ask me.
Uh,
Not really, though. That's sarcasm.
Yeah, basically, the not fun part, though, there were a couple people that are there, which Rex is thinking they're the ones that killed, you know. This is why he's more invested in it as well. Because when we went back in time, we saw two certain individuals. We saw Kane.
Hmm.
And then after that, we saw Rowan.
You saw Rowan.
We saw Rowan. And talked with Rowan. And he somehow knew we weren't supposed to be there. And that we would meet in the future, and he knew that we were vessels.
Yeah, this isn't good.
Yeah, we went back 50 years.
Rowan is very dangerous.
Indeed. Like,
You see, this is why everyone needs to band together.
like, Rex wasn't kidding. When, like, you know how I get around Flux, right?
Yeah.
Picture that, but Rex with Rowan. It wasn't fun, to say the least. But Rowan was taunting and all that, like, saying we couldn't do anything to change what was going to happen at that time, blah, 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 which I understand a lot of stuff happened that day 50 years ago that sucked.
Honestly, I beg to differ. There's always a way.
Yeah, just...
I mean, look at us. We've been through hell and back ever since we came here.
Mm-hmm.
I've fought a primordial being, the Edict themselves, a supreme ritualist, and even a demon, an echo, whatever you want to call them. There's always a way to take down these people.
Yeah.
They're just hiding it. They're too coward, essentially. They don't want to show any weakness. That's why they taunt us.
Yeah, it was interesting though, because Kane and Rowan were there the day that Yuno died. And there was a great attack on East Haven at that time by a sea monster, I believe.
Definitely sounds like Kane activity.
And it was a crazy amount of rain, so I understand the suspicion of it being Rowan or Kane, but we don't know for definite yet. That's something. Because it could be anyone. It really could.
Great. Just another Ordo situation.
Yeah.
That in itself was already hell to do.
Yeah. I know that we got more times to try this, but it's gonna get harder and harder to cross that time space every single time. Because basically, anytime we are basically going back in time, we have to cross the time space. It was very small first time, but I have no idea how big it's gonna get the next time we go back. Unpredictable, honestly. So we're trying to take notes, plan out who we talk to, because we only got a certain amount of time each day, morning, noon, and night, before we get booted out. Get sent back to our time.
At least you've learned something.
Yeah. I gotta talk to Rux and Lily and see if they talk to Somber about the Haven Heroes.
Haven Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty nice name.
Yeah, turns out the Haven Heroes were the first guild of East Haven. And they're the ones that want to go deal with the monster. And guess who wanted to join? Guess who wanted to join them?
Oh.
Kane. As their new water mage.
Sounds like bullshit to me.
Exactly.
Not what you're saying, but what he's getting on to.
Mm-hmm. And guess who warned them about the sea monster? Rowan.
Huh. Something isn't adding up here, though.
Exactly, but still, we need to figure out who is the one that killed Kane. I mean, not Kane. You know, because he's a famous writer after all.
Can't say that I've heard of them, but the name rings a bell here and there.
You know, he was originally, if you're around Ravengard for a bit, there was a ghost there named King.
Yeah, I remember that.
The real, do you know?
Ah, I see.
You know, basically wrote books on the races. He's actually been to the outskirts of Petros even.
Petros?
Mm-hmm. He's been to Etheria. He's been everywhere.
Slow down.
Sorry.
Sorry, the lag is a little bit weary.
It's all good. I completely get it. I think we're almost... Yeah, we are almost there. Just need to make a little bit slightly to the left.
I see something.
There it is.
Wait a minute.
Remember this place?
Wait a minute. We've been here.
Mm-hmm.
I remember this place.
Yeah.
This is the place that kept telling me that something about this place was familiar.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to the Spires, home of Callum.
So this was Callum's home all along.
Yep. And that maid we've been seeing, that's Callum's maid.
So we inadvertently trespassed it on his property?
It's kinda. The thing is, though, he did it. It's like he didn't get mad about that. Mostly about the nightmare stuff.
I can understand. I'm still disappointed in what happened.
Yeah, don't worry about the fire and stuff right now. This is from the Edict attack.
Yeah, I remember. We heard that audio crystal tell us everything.
Yeah, that was delightful. Yeah, they messed with the maid. Don't mess with the maid. I repeat, do not mess with the maid.
Why in the hell would you even piss someone like Callum off?
It's stupid. Oh.
Speaking
Almost
of the
here.
maid... Well, I'd hate to disturb them, but... Alright. The white-haired maid is cleaning up from what it looks to be the remains of a ritual site. The stone and dirt surrounding it is stained with blood.
Almost done.
Hey there, Alma. You probably don't even know who I am, but I'm here to see Callum.
Here to see my master? It's rather bold of you to assume that you could just see him. He's a busy man and doesn't need to talk to vessels like you.
Well, I knew that was going to happen. Listen, alright. I know vessels are not your strong suit, but I came to request something from him.
A request? Now listen here, Vessel. You all like to ask my master things, and they only get him hurt. I refuse to allow you all to get him involved and get hurt, even if he wants to get involved.
Listen, I've heard the stories, alright? I've heard about what Blood Oath and Vanguard have done to him, and I can assure you you're misunderstanding. I'm not asking him to fight a battle. He will not be directly involved.
So you want to ask him for a favor, or want him to give you something? What is it?
Information. A deal. However you want to word it.
Well, I can assure you, my master would not... The maid suddenly kneels to the ground. Master, you're home. Oh.
Can I help you?
Oh, goodness. Well, there's no going back now.
Yep, here's your chance that you wanted to do.
Hello, rival of the goddess, or the false goddess.
Hello, Justin, leader of the Peacekeepers.
Well, they certainly got the rumors right of you being all-knowing.
I try. So, what can I do for you? You've come all the way here. You must want something.
Yeah, I do. But before you say anything, I'm not here to ask you to fight a false god or anything. Because I know the things. I know the things that have been done to you. I know about Blood Oath. I know about Vanguard hiring you to fight them while they fought their own wars, and now they don't even acknowledge your existence.
Yes. But it is what it is. I can't exactly control what you vessels do. I can merely attempt to influence it.
It's understandable.
So, why are you here? What can the rival of the goddess do for you?
I need information.
Information? About what?
The edict. I want to know. I want to know where some of their camps are. I'm done sitting around and watching these assholes take everything from us. These NPCs keep dying on the daily because of them, and I'm tired of sitting around and helping Blood Oath with their problems.
I admire your tenacity. It's admirable, and your want to help NPCs is respectable. So, of course it'll come at a price. Everything does. But we can exchange one thing for another, if you're willing.
I'm willing to.
Alright then, now let's see. What will the assistance of me helping NPCs of many varieties, hunting down the edict? I know. Call it a personal favor. I need well, for the first thing, unlike what you other vessels don't do, I want you to listen to me. Everything I say, all the advice I give, every warning that comes out of my mouth, you take it into consideration, and you listen to it. It's a small price. Of course, there is something else, but that is the first thing.
All right.
Well, then.
I can do that.
I like that. Now, for the second thing. I'm aware that you vessels know each other. You spread like wildfire. I want you to bring the vessel Marshy Mallow to me. Now, don't fear. I'm not going to kill them or torture them or anything like that. I'm not a barbarian. I merely want them to become motivated enough to hunt down my rival. Watching them lately has been difficult. They've hunkered down in a farm miles from here, and they are slowly withering away. Now, my whole purpose, my mere existence, is to be their rival. As much as I hate to admit it, but I am nothing without them, and they are nothing without me. We're two sides of the same coin. So while they rot in wherever the hell they are, of course I've kept tabs on them, but sometimes it gets rather boring. I can't do what I normally do with them. I have to resort to, I don't know, doing things like this. Favors for vessels. Kicking the shit out of NPCs. Specifically Edict members. It's not what I'm made for. I'm made for fighting the false goddess, doing what I'm supposed to do. Okay? I need a purpose. So that is what you'll do. You'll bring Marshy Mallow here, and then I will convince them to go find Candy, because they claim to be their friend, but I don't really know anything about being friends. The whole concept is difficult to grasp, along with other things. But as far as I know, you don't leave your friends high and dry when they go missing, especially when they were injured.
Of course.
So, exactly. So, Marshy just left Candy. She didn't even attempt to look for them. Didn't even bat an eye, not even talked about them. I've kept tabs on them, and they haven't even said a word. Rather disappointing, but if I can convince them, Candy might need a vessel-to-vessel conversation to give them some motivation of their own. So that is what I want. And in return, I promise if you hold up your end of the deal, I promise I will locate as many Edict camps as I can, and I will give you their locations. And any advice on what lurks there, if there are any dangers, and if there are any dangerous artifacts there, I might need you to bring them to me, and I can assess them down in my home. If they are not a threat, and you prove yourself to be a worthy ally, I will give them to you.
Sounds like a deal.
Does indeed. Glad to be making a deal with a reliable vessel. One that I can trust, based on what I've seen, to uphold their end of the deal and become a useful ally.
I've made mistakes, and I'm learning from them as well.
Well, I am something of a teacher, so I can respect wanting to learn. Other people do not want to learn. They're too stubborn to see the bigger picture or admit that they were wrong. So they inevitably make the same mistakes over and over and over and over again. And then it leads to disaster. But you're different from them, and I like that. I can respect that. Based on everything I've seen you do, and your willingness to learn, and you coming here now. You're interesting, and I like interesting.
There's more to
Keeps
this
things
world.
to be less boring.
There's more to this
Indeed
world
there
than just
is.
vessels. And I want to prove that.
Yes, indeed there is. As your friend knows, this very spire is a completely different thing from what anyone knew. It is not some mere mountain. It is a living thing with a soul and a heart. Perhaps you'll see it one day if you play your cards right. But, for now, that is all that will be said for now. I will assess what needs to be done and other things, and then I'll come find you, and then perhaps we can sort some other things out, and I can show you around depending on how trustworthy I see you and if you can do everything right. I trust you will, of course, but just in case.
That's understandable.
Well, until the next time we meet, Justin of the Peacekeepers.
Also, apologies for what Blodos did to you. I was not aware, and they never gave me those warnings about Thaumcraft, and they can be childish sometimes, honestly.
Well, now you know the warnings, the disasters, everything that comes with something of unknown origin. There are still many, many things that are not understood about this stuff, but no one seems to listen. But Blood Oath and Vanguard and everyone else can say sorry as much as they want. It's not words that I'm interested in, it is actions. People prove themselves through what they do, not what they say. You could easily lie about what you do and say. But it's a bit more difficult to deceive someone when you do things from the heart and doing things that are the right things to do and the things that higher powers know are the good of the world. Best keep that in mind for the next time you and Blood Oath decide to attempt something foolish. The world and the balance is not something to be trifled with. That'll be a warning. Don't mess it up again.
Well then,
Yep.
take that as a warning sign.
Yeah.
Because I sure as hell will be.
Yeah, I already know what's most likely going to be the next thing he's going to get pissed at Vanguard and Blood Oath about.
Well, that's them. I'm not worried about them. They're not my problem.
Yeah.
I've been dragged into way too many problems by them, and it's time for me to just branch out. I need to fight for something that's worth it. And taking down the edict, one step at a time, is one way to begin it.
Well, now you know where Callum is if you ever need to talk to him. I can already...
Was very intriguing. I don't think
Indeed.
I don't think anyone's ever been, well, that complimented by someone like him.
Yeah, because when I first met him, he was basically digging in the Blood Oath. Vanguard, Swan.
I can see
Which-
why.
I completely understand. I completely understand why he's mad.
From what I was told, he was hired to fight off the false goddess. And then after that, he just poofed to existence in some people's eyes.
Yeah, I'm just hoping he's doing okay. Honestly, in the end. Because I know that he's, one, had to fight with the false goddess, and then two, the edict people, the edict members here.
Well,
He's not gonna be happy if something goes wrong with the time travel, which I kind of just got dragged into, so I'm just gonna make sure they don't do something stupid back in time.
well, I know what I gotta do to hold up my end of the deal. An eye for an eye, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Marshy's friends with the false goddess. I guess that's very interesting, to say the least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know where Marshy is, right?
Yeah, Travago.
Yep.
I'll write a letter to her or something like that. Get her to come to the keep and then we'll head out.
Yeah. But I know what I need to do on my end. It's just make sure that Blood Oath doesn't do something stupid, which that's going to be hard.
Seeing as if your leaders are too stubborn to sit there and listen to the consequences of certain actions and never learn from their mistakes.
Like, Morella gave him warnings about doing this time travel stuff. And he wouldn't listen.
This is your guys' biggest problem. This is why distrust is being built within your guild.
I know.
Or whatever Blood Oath. Whatever you want to call it. This is why it's not going to end well for you guys. You need to cut your losses and you need to change something about yourselves.
That I can agree on.
If you're not
honestly.
careful enough, your city is gonna burn.
Yeah, Lily, I'm making sure since Vix is now back, she talks to all the guards that we have there. Get them sorted, get them working. That way we have full-on protection, because turns out the edict is closer than we thought to Vanguard.
See what I mean?
There's 2 edict camps. Ease. And it's like, I think like, not permutation, I forget exactly. I think it's the one for bartering. Turns out there was a greater rich list hiding in Florencia all this time.
That doesn't surprise me, honestly. They're hidden everywhere.
You remember the twins?
Yeah.
Ellie and them? Yeah. They're the greater rich list.
Sometimes the enemy is the least person you would suspect.
I know, I was shocked.
This is why we need people like Callum. This is why I sought him out. If we have a chance at fighting and taking down the edict, we can do it with his help. Not by him going in and fighting them for us, but at least giving us the information we need to go kill them ourselves.
I just gotta keep an eye out on Vanguard. Make sure they don't do something stupid. Because they always do something stupid. Because I'm getting kind of annoyed with what they're doing to Blood Oath right now. Because it seems like every time there's an issue, there's a fight that ensues over stupid issues, serious issues. Like,
And
they
this
start
is
bickering in
why I'm
time.
branching out. The one thing that really annoys me about you guys is the hypocrisy that lays within your guild. Listen, I'm not trying to be harsh or anything, but everyone preaches about learning from your mistakes, but you never truly do.
Yeah,
That's what Callum told you all, and that's what I'm telling you. You have to fix that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take it as something harsh. Just take it as constructive criticism.
Oh, I got what you mean, honestly. I get what you mean. Because right now, Rex thinks he dead set knows who it is without the full proof.
This is what's gonna get your NPCs and anyone you have connections to killed.
I know. And that's why, once I found out about basically 2 edict camps, we're basically getting pinned in now. Vanguard, if you think about it. Let me get a boat. Here, let me pick you up.
Oh. I just noticed that there was some sort of cobblestone spire over there.
Ah,
Looks
nice,
like looks like an old base of some sorts, but didn't get a good look. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. But basically, Rex is thinking that it was Kane or Rowan that killed Yuno, which it is suspicious they were there at the same time, but he's forgetting to discredit a certain thing, because it looks like there were 2 people involved in Yuno's murder.
Sit down and really think about this stuff. In real world investigations, you have to sit down and you have to look at everything you have on your hands.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what you caught me doing, actually. Researching what we had learned so far, so that whenever we do go back in time again, because I know it's going to be inevitable, we can use our time wisely and not just run around with our with just our heads caught in the sand, not knowing what to do.
Yeah.
Because if we can figure out and place people, we can figure out who was the one that sabotaged. Because we know the murder happened at night. There's nothing that happened during morning or afternoon that seemed too sus, but we can figure it out. I know we can pinpoint who it is. 'Cause there's a like it was sensory overload, honestly, when we got back, because there's so many things that happened. I'm just worried that one of them in Vanguard, Blood Oath, they're going to do something to mess it up. Like, we know there's someone that died that had a family. We can't change that. Rowan and Kane are there. We can't deal with them there. We have to let them be, do what they need to do. There's a lot of things that need to happen.
Well, I guess this is where our destination ends, I guess.
Yeah. Let me get to the actual port.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a little bit easier.
You don't want to park yourself because I heard you all are doing taxes now.
Just more like fines, because we were getting annoyed of how they parked the boats at Gay Marshy.
Okay, well.
If you also need a faster way to find Marshy, she's been hanging out with Blood Oath recently.
I'm not really in the mood to really hang around Vanguard.
Completely get that. Yeah.
Like
let
honestly, I don't hate any of you or anything. I just need a little bit of a break.
Oh, I completely get
That primordial fight really messed me up.
Yeah, how do you think I feel?
Well, I guess this is where we're parting our ways.
I might let you know later about my second home, because this isn't my first home. I have another one away from here.
Well, until next time, Cam.
Until next time. Take it easy, okay?
You too.
Stay safe.
Well, let's get home. Follow every single one of Callum's orders. Well, not necessarily orders, but warnings. I can do that. He seems to know what's best anyways. If I would have been there when he told us about Thaumcraft, I would have taken that warning serious. I definitely know what this stuff is like. Especially when you dig a little too deep. Home sweet home. Huh? I'm not gonna question it. This happens all the damn time. Hold on a second. I need a book and quill. Alright. Listen to his warnings and any advice he gives. Bring Marshy to him. Alright. Alright. We can do this. Don't suppose I'll write a letter later. I've got stuff to do, but until then, I guess that's that. And that is going to do it for today's Mythos SMP stream. Surprisingly, it wasn't short. It was kind of long, but, you know, it was good. It was very interesting. Water. There you go. I took a sip. Of my drink. Thank you so much, Fred, for the hydrate. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining this short Mythos SMP stream, and I hope you got to learn a lot from this stream, because this stream was honestly amazing. It was better than I thought. Big shout out to Callum and Cam for joining me today. Those guys are the best. You should definitely go check them out when you can. Pog lad. Thank you so much, Evan. But yeah, that is gonna do it for me today, guys. If you are interested in finding more about the Mythos SMP, we do have an official Twitter and an official Discord. If one of my mods can post the links in chat, that'd be Pog of you. Cat could probably post it, because I see Cat and Miles. Either one of you could do the explanation point. So let's go ahead and end off our stream and whatnot. It looks like no one's streaming at the moment, so we can't raid anybody, sadly. Yeah, thank you, Cat, so much. Thank you for posting the links. If you want to go check out Mythos SMP, please do check out our Twitter and our official Discord. This SMP is ran by such amazing people, such as that person in the chat. I see them. Cat Kitterson's right there. Amazing people in this SMP. Definitely go check it out. So let's go ahead and end off our stream. On something. What music are we feeling? I go through my playlist all the time. I go through this playlist all the time, and I don't know what to, like, yeah. You know, we'll go with Catalyst by Chris Boyer. And remember, guys, if you like any of the music that plays in the streams, such as this awesome track right here, down below there is a link to 99 Lives, which is one of my music providers. They basically offer free awesome stream music that is free to use. All you got to do is credit them. But that's going to be it for me today. My name is You Can't Justice, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye-bye, everybody.